I'm Todd Blackstock from STL TV, bringing you an Inside Sports special report. It's Arch Madness here in St. Louis, and the number 2 team in the nation has just buzzed its way through the 24th consecutive Missouri Valley Conference tournament held here in St. Louis. Wichita State, number 2 in the nation, came in 31-0. Now they're 34-0, making history in St. Louis. Well, let's take a look at some of the sights and sounds now, some of the great action on championship game day. Indiana State slipped by Loyola and held off SIU Carbondale to make it to the 2014 championship game of the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament. The 23-9 Sycamores of Indiana State are led by fourth-year coach Greg Lansing, a rising star in NCAA coaching ranks. The band brought their A game, and Sycamore Sam was here to rev up the Indiana State crowd. The fans were ready, and the cheerleaders performed their routines, but the Sycamores were going to have to get by the ferocious Wichita State Shockers. The Lady Shockers performed an uplifting performance as well, standing high over the large Wichita State contingent. Moments before the game time, the Shockers unified as one and displayed the brotherhood and chemistry of a team without a blemish. The Sycamores came to play, and their goal was to destroy the Shockers' perfect record and take home the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament Championship. Fred Van Vliet, the Larry Bird Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year, would gather in the opening tip-off. Just minutes into the game, the 6'8 senior forward from Middleton, New York, Cleanthony Early, would sink this three-pointer. The 2014 Missouri Valley Defensive Player of the Year, Takale Cotton, hits this three in what would be a memorable game for the junior guard from Marietta, Georgia. Indiana State University 6'9 junior Justin Gant from Terre Haute, Indiana, hits this three-pointer to knot things up at 10. Missouri Valley Coach of the Year Greg Marshall shouts out instructions and has his team regroup, while Indiana State University is realizing that the Sycamores are in this game. Shockers junior forward Darius Carter hustles for this rebound and putback as the energy begins to rise. These student athletes went all out and left nothing on the floor as Takale Cotton collides here with ISU guard Jake Odom. For Indiana State, junior forward Justin Gant pounds inside for this basket. Wichita State senior forward Shadrach Raphael from Burlington, Ontario goes beast mode after this offensive rebound and putback. His passion is felt by his teammates as the teams go to a timeout. Raphael and junior Darius Carter bring the Shockers' contagious intensity into the first half break. In the second half, sophomore all-conference guard Ron Baker sets the tone early with this free throw, much to the delight of the fans. ISU senior guard Manny Arott sinks one to keep the Sycamores in the game. 6'10" junior Jake Kitchell drew the Sycamores closer with this bomb. And what an athletic play here by Odom, who stops and pops, drawing the Sycamores within striking distance of the Shockers. But down the stretch, Wichita State's Fred Van Vliet was money, as he would put the game in his hands, dominating the final few minutes with this scoring barrage. And with a steal, Van Vliet drives the length of the court to put this one away for the Shockers. Ron Baker leads the cheers as the Shockers won the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament and remained perfect on the season with a 34-0 record. You guys got a couple sophomores on the all-conference team, so this could be a run for a few years now.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing when you think about the guys that are vital to this program. Obviously, Cleve's a senior, but other than that, you know, we got a good young core that plays well together. So the future is definitely bright, but we're not waiting for the future. We want to make the most of it right now.
Hey Ryan, you got the trophy right here. How's it feel?
Feels good to be in my hands.
You know, you're coming through St. Louis this weekend. Look at you guys right here. You got the trophy. Talk about your experience here this weekend.
We've been having a lot of fun, just playing loose, trying to enjoy all this. It's very exciting. I'm glad we could pull this off for our fans.
31-0 coming in. You're now 34-0, number 2 in the nation. What do you think about the moving forward?
It's kind of hard to explain. We're the second team to go 34-0 to start a season. It's exciting, but it really hasn't hit any of us because we've been focusing on a game at a time. And I think down the road, a couple years, we'll look back on this and it'll be very special.
You know, tremendous defensive game today. I think they missed like 24 layups or something, but you know, there was a lot of arms underneath the basket. It's just unbelievable how strong a defense you guys play. What do you attribute that to?
Just our coaches, you know, and our team. We pride ourselves on defense and rebounding. We try to go out and get the job done.
Yeah, so this is the first time Wichita State's won this tournament in St. Louis. You must be very proud. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. I'm proud of my team, man, so I'm excited and happy that we could go out and get that done. But like I said, we know we got to go back to work and get it done in the NCAA tournament.
Joining us now is the outstanding commissioner for the Missouri Valley Conference, Mr. Doug Elgin. Doug, congratulations once again on a fine tournament, and what are your thoughts?
I thought it went extremely well. Of course, the neutral floor usually provides the opportunity for our top teams to advance, and that's the best team in the country right here, Wichita State.
Coming into the tournament ranked number 2 in the nation, they could be number 1. What do you think? 31-0 coming in, they blazed through the tournament. They had a couple close calls. I guess the game got within 4 points in the second half, but Wichita State really came to play and put it away.
Well, I think that's a team that's been overlooked all year, undervalued, and certainly they should be a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. We hope they come back here to St. Louis in 2 weeks.
How about that? And what about the fan support? Wichita State really traveled well, being 6.5 hours away. They probably knew that their team had a great chance of winning this tournament, but talk about the Wichita State fans.
I think their fans are the most rabid and passionate in the country, and you know, this is nothing new. They fill their arena every game. They sell out for the season. I think they're truly one of the elite programs in the country.
Since I've been the coach, the amount of time, energy, money that Shocker Nation has spent making the trek from not just Wichita, Kansas City area. I met a gentleman on this trip from Colwich, which is 30 miles outside of Wichita, and he owns a feedlot. He has a small feedlot, 1,000 head of cattle, and he and his family come as much as they can, just about every year, and he was ecstatic to be here. And I think as the season went on and the way we were playing, I think 4,500 became 6,000, and today probably in excess of 7,000 people, because they wanted to see this. It's so important to them, and it's important to me and my players to be able to give this to them for the first time in 27 years.
You know, 31-0 coming in, 34-0 now. You guys packed the house. Talk about your fans. They really traveled well and supported your team throughout this weekend.
Yeah, they did. We have a great fan base, you know. They show us great support, and they come out, like you said, and they packed the house, and felt like a home game. Every time they screamed and got loud, the floor kind of vibrated, and it was all the energy towards us.
And what about your fans, man? Talk about the fans. You guys really packed the place, made the 6.5-hour journey. Your fans been with you this whole time, this whole ride.
I mean, our fans are special, man. Look, you see how big of 7,000 tickets that are sold from Shocker Nation.
And they're still here, man. They're still here. You know, that's special, man. Not a lot of, you can't say that about a lot of programs, especially in the Missouri Valley Conference. You know, there's probably 2 or 3 teams that pack house, and everywhere we go on the road, you know, there's at least 2, 3, maybe 4,000 Shocker fans that follow us, and, you know, they're just an amazing group.
Now with Creighton leaving, do you miss, is there a void with that, with their big fan base coming? I know it's a little bit of an adjustment.
Well, of course, you never want to lose any team in the conference. You know, we would not want to lose any single institution. They've gone on to the Big East. We've kind of turned the page, and certainly they brought a lot of fans here. They'll take a lot of fans to Brooklyn in a week. But again, I think this was a tremendous atmosphere.
You know that the tournament had good numbers. Do you guys have numbers right now on the attendance figures and things like that?
We do. It's been passed out on presser. I think the championship game was the 6th all-time biggest in 24 years. Not bad, and certainly it was electric in here.
All right, thanks a lot, Doug.
Thank you.
There were some anxious moments, and again, I've said this many times, it's very comforting to have this group of young men on our bench, on the court, representing us in the locker room, in the community. They're quality individuals, they're quality players, they have tremendous swagger and confidence in their own abilities. They play extremely hard on both ends, and they did it again. You know, we were challenged by a very well-coached team.
Greg, Bob Lutz, Wichita Eagle. I asked you before the tournament if you like St. Louis. I don't know if you have an answer for that now, but would you like to come back to St. Louis in 2 weeks? Would that be the best destination?
Yeah, it's certainly growing on me, Bob. Again, it's been a good couple of months here. I thought that St. Louis win at St. Louis was really big for us. I really did enjoy. I've never been to the World Series. I really did enjoy both the hospitality as in the city and the atmosphere. I mean, it's two of the greatest programs in Major League Baseball history, and then culminated with this 3 straight wins to get to 34-0. So it would be something that we're comfortable with. There would not be any ooh-ah moments. I mean, I think we would actually be staying, if we get the right seat, in the same hotel, which we're very comfortable with. We know the routine there. The breakfasts are very good. So from that standpoint, it would be good. And I think Shocker Nation travels pretty well. I think there would be quite a number of yellow and black clad fans in the stands. So it'd be fun. I'm very pleased and honored to be able to bring the trophy back to Wichita. I told my players, short of the Final Four last year, I think this is going to be one of the biggest celebrations back in Wichita that we've had in a long time. And we've won regular seasons. We've been to Sweet 16s. We've been to the Final Four. Short of that Final Four, I think this is going to be really appreciated and honored. So we got the monkey off our back, so to speak.
When Coach Greg Marshall was asked about being respected nationally, he referred to a quote from the charismatic senior from Ontario, Canada.
The Shadrach Lufiel's tweet about 5 weeks ago. Wolves do not fret over the opinions of sheep.
Hey, we gonna celebrate.
We gonna celebrate.
You know what I'm saying? So ain't no limit to that, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we're gonna handle business. We're mature enough to know what we gotta do and what we got next, so hey, we're just gonna have fun.
We came in this tournament, you know, wanting to be the champs and just knocking out one game at a time, so we accomplished our goal. It feels special, and to do it with these group of guys, great teammates, great coaching staff, man, it's special, man. You can't put enough words on it.
We'll shock all day. We're here to stay. 34-0. It ain't no joke. It ain't no joke.
We're definitely gonna enjoy this and soak it in. Without getting big-headed, but we will appreciate it. We all fight and bleed and scrap together for each other, and experience from last year. And gotta give credit to the coaches for the work they put us through and the practices they put us through. It definitely means a lot.
Very pleased that our guys were able to make the plays down the stretch to beat a very talented and very determined Indiana State team. knew they were going to come out like that. I knew it was going to be a long day, and we were going to have to play well. And they made the run to cut it to 5 2 times, and we continued to make big play after big play, get a stop, make a jump shot, or get it inside, get fouled. So just want to thank these guys for an incredible run thus far.
People don't realize how hard it is to do what we did. No matter who you're playing, no matter what league or conference it is, this stuff doesn't happen. You know, we're not focusing on championship or bust. Obviously, everybody, when they go into the tournament, wants to win that. But whatever happens, happens, and we'll live with it. I think going undefeated happens with more rarity than going to the Final Four for a team. For all of it to come together today in St. Louis, where we haven't won here in front of these fans, is pretty special.
Unbelievable, special, extraordinary. It's just awesome to coach these guys. I mean, if you've put your life's work into coaching, which I have, and to be able to coach the quality of individual that I'm coaching, to be as easily coached as these young men are, to do it the right way, as Dr. Bardo always refers to, not just the fact that they win, but how they go about their daily work on the campus, in the community. They're just fine young gentlemen, and they also happen to be extraordinarily talented, and they're taking us on some crazy magic carpet ride. So it's really cool.
Hey, keep watching Inside Sports, Inside on TV. Hey, my name is Shadrack McPhail from Burlington, Ontario.
Keep watching Inside Sports.
Keep watching Inside Sports on STL TV. Experience St. Louis and the love that we go through. Wichita State for life. Hey, this ain't no joke. Like I said, 30-0, cutting nets down. It's real.
Now it's time for This Week in Bad Stats.
Bad stats?
Horrible stats. Here goes. 132.
That's how many batters struck out 4 times in one game last season.
Wow, very good. Here's a tough one, though. 3 and 4.
No idea.
That's how many kids witness bullying. 3 out of 4.
That's not a good stat.
No, it's not, but it can change. Kids want to help, but they don't know how. Visit stopbullying.gov and give them the tools they need to help prevent bullying.
There are plenty of safe ways kids can help at stopbullying.gov.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Hey, welcome to On the Clock with the St. Louis Sports Commission. I'm your host, Todd Blackstock. In studio today with us is Brent Shulman from the Sports Commission. Brent, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thanks, Todd. It's great to be back.
You know, I tell you what, the Sports Commission is doing things all the time, and you know, it never seems to end what you guys are doing for the city of St. Louis. I do want to touch on some recent things. It's been a very exciting year of college basketball here with Arch Madness and then the NCAA regionals. Let's kick things off with Arch Madness this year because I saw you down there a lot, and you're down there working cohesively hand in hand with the NCAA and the Missouri Valley. And you know, I just want to say congratulations on a job well done.
Well, thanks, Todd. And you know, the Missouri Valley Conference, they do such a great job with that event. You know, Doug Elgin, Mike Kern, all that crew. You know, great job with that event year after year. And it was kind of nice to see Wichita State, you know, finally get their chance to win their first Missouri Valley title this year.
It was a lot of fun. It was kind of sad that after Wichita State won the Valley, that they didn't come up so hot with the NCAA. But what a weekend for Wichita State. I mean, they were number 1 at the time, or I guess number 2 in the nation. They got a number 1 seed, won the Missouri Valley, and Greg Marshall just did a fantastic job with that team, with guys from all around the world.
Absolutely. Greg Marshall, he's a fantastic coach. He's really built that Wichita program, so well in the last couple of years. And, you obviously see his name coming up now as a coaching candidate for a lot of these vacant positions. But, the Valley continue to be strong year after year, and, they've showed being a #1 seed that they're ready to go.
What do you think about that? With Frank Haith leaving and going to Tulsa, that seemed to be a good career move on his part because he was catching a lot of heat at Mizzou. But Greg Marshall, I voted online, and he was like 75 or 80%, the choice of the people to come to Mizzou.
Absolutely. I mean, he's going to be the top candidate for most jobs that are open around the country. A lot of people talking about a Mizzou alum, and Kim Anderson taking that job as well. Archie Miller from Dayton, getting a lot of talk. So just we'll see what happens.
How about all the freshmen, the 5 freshmen from Kentucky coming to St. Louis, upsetting Wichita State? I mean, that game went down to the buzzer last minute, and it was just a tremendous crowd down there and atmosphere at Scott Trade. And, we're very fortunate to be able to have these events come to town in part because of you guys.
Well, thanks, Todd. And, we couldn't have asked for better games here for the second and third rounds taking place in March here at Scott Trade Center. Kentucky obviously played very well. That game against Wichita State might have been the best game of the tournament.
No, it sure was. Recently, you guys had a really outstanding event at the Chaffetz Arena. I guess it was the Fed Cup. And that was pairing up some tennis rivals from around the world.
Absolutely. It was U.S. against France, and a great event at Chaffetz Arena. Tremendous facility, tremendous crowd. Sloane Stephens was the star from the U.S. She's ranked number 18 in the world right now. She was there. And then Caroline Garcia from France, she was the star for them. She actually won 3 matches throughout the weekend, 2 singles matches and then a doubles match. That was the deciding point in the tie, giving France the victory.
Now, how was the turnout and the draw? I didn't get to go down there this weekend, so I was really curious to see how it went.
It went really well. Everyone was very enthusiastic. All the tennis fans locally, great tennis following here. So it was really good, both on Saturday and Sunday, kind of to see the stars from around the world.
So you mentioned that it's kind of similar to a Davis Cup atmosphere.
It's the women's version of the Davis Cup, which is a great event, and the Fed Cup and the Davis Cup, kind of 2 events that we've been going after for a long time. It's an event that, once the U.S. qualifies, then it made it possible. Working with our friends at Chaffetz Arena, who do a great job over there. And then the Davis Cup is definitely something that's on our radar for the near future.
I tell you what, another thing you guys are going for is another Final Four. I mean, it's great to get these regionals here and Sweet 16s, but there's nothing like a Final Four. Was it back in 2005?
2005, yes.
2005, I mean, what a great event that was. The national championship in St. Louis. I thought the city did a tremendous job roping off the landing and having all 4 schools with their own destiny spots down there. And it was a cool atmosphere. And what will we have to do to bring another one back?
The formal bid for the Final Four is due May 9th. We're one of 8 finalist cities for that. And we have to make our pitch to the NCAA, the committee, and basically all of college basketball saying, okay, what are we going to do here in St. Louis to kind of make this the best Final Four possible? We're going to make this the most compact, campus-style atmosphere, getting all the fans, getting everyone excited, the media. The Final Four just took place in Dallas this year, which is much more spread out, between Arlington and kind of the North Texas area. And so our Final Four would obviously be a little more compact.
Oh, it's much better because it's all right downtown. You've got the landing, then you've got Broadway, you got all the hotels right there with the Metrolink.
Metrolink and then Ballpark Village, which obviously just opened. That's going to be huge for all the fans and a big selling point for St. Louis. Everything going on with the City Arch River project, which is going to be huge for not only the Final Four, but all future events that we try to bring to St. Louis. With that scheduled to open in a couple of years.
It looks like you're going to be a finalist from 17, 18, and 20
Absolutely.
For the Final Four.
Yes.
So that really reduces the odds and gives us a shot.
It does. We definitely have a shot. We might be somewhat of a long shot, some people might say. But they're going to award that event in November. And at the same time, they will award the preliminary rounds, being the regionals and the second and third rounds.
Now, if we get the Final Four, are they going to change the configuration? Are they going to put the floor right in the middle?
All Final Fours from here on forward, at least until further notice, are going to be full configuration. So the seating capacity would be around 70,000.
Perfect. Also, you've got the Curtis Cup coming up in June. That should be very exciting. Another women's event.
It is. It's the biggest international women's amateur event taking place at St. Louis Country Club June 6th through 8th. They just had the media day for it last month, and it's a really cool event. You know, St. Louis and Ellen Port, she's the captain. She's picked a fabulous team, and you know they're getting ready to be very excited for that. It's the U.S. against Great Britain, Ireland.
Wow, that should be a lot of fun. Freedom for Miler and Family Fun event in July. We're going to have another race.
Yes, it's an event we're doing now for the third year. We do it in conjunction with the Fair St. Louis activities and the VP Parade. It's actually going to take place this year on the 5th, Saturday, July 5th, in Forest Park, kind of with all the activities. There's going to be a 4-mile run kind of through Forest Park to kick it off, and then there's a 1-mile family fun run following that.
Awesome. So information on how to get involved with
Information is all on our website, which is stlsports.org, and yeah, registration will be up very soon.
Down this fall into early winter, you have the Museo Awards, November 22nd at the Peabody Opera House. That should be a pretty special night.
It's always probably my favorite event, Todd. It's you know, an event that honors sportsmanship kind of on and off the field, kind of around the country. You know, whether it's high school, college, pro athletes, coaches. You know, it's a very special night, kind of recognizing all that's right in sports.
Perfect. And then it looks like we're going to be involved with the, not only will you guys do the wrestling championships, it seems like every 3 or 4 years, or 4 out of 5, we get the NCAA wrestling championships. But next year, we're going to be teaming up and doing the Division II wrestling championships as well.
Yes, we're very excited about the Division II wrestling championships next March at Chaffetz Arena. Our institutional host is Maryville University. They have a tremendous program and might even actually have a shot to win the title next year, Division II.
No
so
kidding.
we'll be hosting that, and then following that up the next week with Division I wrestling that we're hosting with Mizzou at Scottrade Center, which will be our 7th time since 2000.
Well, the NCAA must love what you guys are doing because they consistently give you Frozen Fours. They consistently give us NCAA events all the time, and now we're broadening out into Division II. We've even done stuff out of the St. Charles Family Arena.
Absolutely, and we have more coming up in St. Charles. Actually, we're going to do Division I women's ice hockey in a couple of years.
Wow.
But it's definitely right. You know, we try to treat all the events the same, whether it's Division I basketball or Division III volleyball or another sport. You know, we try to make the athlete experience the best possible for all the athletes. You know, the fans and media, we want to treat them all very well and make sure they have a great time while they're in St. Louis.
We got a little bit less than a minute, but Solomon Alexander does a great job with youth activities and things, and I know he's got his brigade going on and a golf classic. Before we let you go, can you get us up to speed on that?
Sure. Yes, Solomon is definitely doing a great job with the Sportsmanship Brigade. It kind of goes out all over St. Louis looking for great acts of sportsmanship, you know, youth basketball, baseball, soccer, and volleyball games, some other sports. And then definitely our Sports Mission Golf Classic that you mentioned, May 27th at Boone Valley. All the details are on our website, which is stlsports.org.
All right, Brent, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Todd.
Appreciate it. Brent Shulman from the St. Louis Sports Commission. We're about to hit overtime, so we're going to say so long. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.